Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're about some stock market tips. I'm going to provide the top 5 lessons that I've learned in my first full year of investing. I'm going to provide some examples of why I chose these particular lessons, and at the end, I'll go over a quote by Robert Kiyosaki that I think is something that kind of hit home to me. I think would help out everyone as well to kind of remember on our investment journey. So guys, if you find value in today's video, make sure that you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Also, hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. If you're new to the channel, guys, we talk about financial independence, high emphasis on the stock market, have some weekly stock pick videos, go over a lot of technicals and things like that. And so if you like things like that, or if you know of someone who may benefit from our channel, make sure that you share this with them. So let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. Lesson number 1 that I learned was to make your own decisions. And this sounds kind of like common sense. This sounds pretty basic, but I can tell you it's kind of like that thing like follow your gut, trust yourself. And everything that we're going to talk about from here on out kind of goes back to this number 1, which is why I put it number 1. Don't rely on anyone else for your investments, meaning make sure that you invest your money, make sure that you make your decisions on where you put your money and when to buy, when to sell, things like that. Don't buy into the hype. Don't buy into a company. Don't invest in something just because someone's telling you to do it. Not a good decision. Okay, make sure that you are the person who makes that decision on why you're investing in that particular company, that particular investment, whatever. If it's your money, it's got to be your decision. All right. You could, seek out other people's advice to kind of help you, but ultimately it needs to be your decision at the end of the day. I've been burnt on, buying into the hype. I see someone talk about something on YouTube and I'm like, I got to get into there. And I buy it, and what happens? It falls down. And I'm like, dang it, you're left holding the bag or taking losses or something like that. And typically, guys, what goes up always comes down. What goes down doesn't always go down. It eventually comes up. So eventually, the market's going to correct itself one way or the other. But make sure that you're making that decision on what you do with your money. Okay, guys, number 2 is do your own research. If you find a lead, go study the balance sheet, look at the industry, look at the company history and the future potential growth of that company. Understand the technicals, list the pros and cons of investing in that particular company. All right. This is going to do a couple of things for you. It's going to, one, empower you because you're doing the research, and what happens there is you're taking ownership of everything, which filters you back to rule number 1 or lesson number 1 I said was to make your own decision. This is empowering you to make your own decision. If you don't know how to do your research on a stock, then search our channel, how to research a stock. I have a video on how to do that, or just go to YouTube and type that in. There's plenty of places that'll teach you how to do due diligence and research of a stock. Okay, this is going to take a lot of the anxiousness out. If you've done your research and you understand, the business, you understand that they're solid on the balance sheet and they have an industry that's up and coming, and also they have a solid history, company history, and their future potential growth is high, and you understand the technicals, you understand that now's a good time to get in because it's super undervalued, then you're going to feel really good about that potential investment as opposed to just buying it off of someone else telling you to, if that makes sense. Number 3 is develop your style. Okay, are you a scalper? You're a swing trader? Are you a long-term investor? Are you all of the above? Use your own personality to filter in your trading style for your short-term and long-term goals. And what I mean by that is figure out like your personality, what you like to do. How, if you were going to invest in something and try to grow something, would you want it? Would you want to kind of go and get it quick and come out? Like, are you like more of a fast-paced type person? Or are you somebody who's more patient? Or are you somebody who, you know, you're a little bit fast-paced, but you're somewhat patient? Or you just kind of figure out what type of style you are. And an example I give by that is, for me, I'm a coach by profession, so I'm constantly developing people. I'm developing coaches, I'm developing players. And what I like to do is I like to find a company that's I like to find a company that's kind of beat down or really really cheap and that no one's talking about yet. And I like to dig and put all my research in it and learn about the company and email the company and get information, go on conference calls, look at their balance sheets, all this stuff. Similar to how I deal with people is my players and my coaches. I like to find people who need development, and I like to put a lot of time and energy and effort into that person, and I like to see them grow over time. And then over time, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs because this person's growing and learning, and they're going to not be very good at first, and then they're going to have times when they do really well, and then oh, they hit a wall and they fall down, and then they get back up, but then all of a sudden those people that put in the time that are good investments, they tend to really, really do well. There's always a couple that do so well, and you see constant growth over time. Okay, so that's how I look at my investment style. Is I want to find a company that no one's really talking about yet, but they're doing really, really good things. All right, or I want to try like to find this diamond in the rough, where this thing is really, really, it's super cheap, but I know a lot of good things are about to happen to it. So I want to start digging into there. I want to start digging into that, and I want to watch it grow over time. And then, over time, you probably see people talk bad about it or say, "Man, this is no good. No, this is never going to happen." And then all of a sudden, boom, it pops, and you're like, "I did that. I researched that. I made my decision on that, and it was with my trading style." Okay, at first, I was just trying to do other people's trading styles because I heard they were making money that way. I had someone tell me that they were scalping. I had some people tell me that they were day trading, swing trading. So I'm trying to do all these type of things, and I kept losing money, and I kept, like, what is going on? Why am I not doing what they're doing? Why am I not winning? Is because I wasn't making my own decision. I was doing things that someone else was doing, but they had already put in the time and the effort to understand their craft, and I hadn't done that. Okay, so that was my next thing is I needed to understand that I need to put in some work and learn what the heck I'm doing before I put any more money into the market. Number four is position size. Okay, if you're going to take a position, then be really, really cautious whenever you're entering into a new position. I've got burnt a couple of times where I have a high conviction rate on this stock. I get really excited and it's had like a nice run up and I put some money into it and all of a sudden it cools off and it just goes down. Okay. So when you feel like you're really, really anxious about buying something, probably not the best decision. You probably want to step back and think about it for a minute and do some more research on it. I recommend placing a small order on your first entry. And then if for some reason it pops up high, awesome, you got some profits. If it falls down, then you can go in at a heavier position and get more positions at more shares at a cheaper price, and that'll let you average down your cost and hopefully get some more profits on the back end of things. All right, but just make sure it's only if you have a really really high conviction rate on that play and it's a longer term play. And also be willing to cut losses if necessary. If the company had something really really bad happen to it and that for the foreseeable future they're going to be you know potentially filing bankruptcy, or the stock's going to be continuously going down, and that, man, I'm down 5%. Well, I can cut losses and always get back in later if they turn things around. Or, do I want to hold and take the risk of it continuously falling down? Okay, just be cautious on your position sizes, and potentially just add smaller positions and until you develop your full position. Okay, I did that with Zion Oil and Gas. I added more today at about 27 cents, and it dropped my average cost down over 10 cents per share, which is cool. And I'm going to continuously do that over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we get some good news. And I do that with a lot of other plays as well. So number five, guys, is be patient. Okay, you're not going to hit the lottery overnight. All right, is the best way I can put it. And if you really believe in a play and you know that it's going to go higher, then wait it out until it hits, comes to fruition and you see that thing going. Longer term investments, short term swings, or even the daily trades requires some sorts of patience. All right. You got to, again, do your research, do your homework, be educated in what you're doing, because that's going to allow you to be patient and be more confident in what's going on as opposed to being anxious. Okay. See the bigger picture. If you're a longer term investor for sure, is you got to make sure that, how long am I willing to hold this investment? And then you got to understand there's going to be some downsides along the way, upsides and things like that. And you got to just be, see the bigger picture. All right. Is I'm down X amount of percent. Am I willing to hold on to that for these bigger gains that I see coming? Yes or no? And then kind of go from there. Again, it's your decision. Best example I can give you of this, guys, whenever the market crash happened in 2020, my lack of knowledge cost me so much money. And let me tell you why. Whenever the market crashed, they were talking about how the economy shut down and all these things had closed down, bars, casinos, restaurants, everything like this. And I remember telling a friend saying, man, can you imagine once all these things start opening back up, these things are going to fly. Things are going to be, the stock's going to fly. Penn National Gaming, ticker symbol PENN. I put money into it about $7 or so, and I just knew, I'm like, this thing, I bought some, and I think I sold off maybe $12, $13. I took my profits. I was so excited because I made some money and all this stuff, right? My lack of knowledge and understanding of the technicals and understanding of the market cost me so much money, because a year later it was trading over 100, actually maybe even less than a year later, was trading over $100 a share. Okay. And my lack of knowledge caused me not to make a good decision because I didn't do my research and I didn't understand my style yet and I was not patient. So all these things kind of tie together, guys. So what I'm saying is, be patient if you understand that this is, a 2 week swing play. You know, be willing to hold it out for 2 weeks if, you feel good about it. Take the proper steps to protect yourself, cut losses if you need, or if this is like a year, 2, 3 year down the road, be patient and have a plan in place is the best thing. So I want to leave you with something that Robert Kiyosaki said. I saw on Facebook today. I follow him on Facebook and Twitter, and he says that whatever things that you don't know, God will provide a problem to you for you to figure it out and learn. Okay. So on this journey, we're going to constantly be learning and messing up and making mistakes and having bad things happen on not just investing, but in life in general. So I think the key thing is to be constantly learning from our mistakes and always be lifelong learners in whatever we do. So anyway, guys, I hope this helped. I know this wasn't our typical video on breaking down any type of technicals and charts or things like that, but I just wanted to pass this along to you because I was thinking about this today. I was driving home and I'm like, man, this is crazy how much I was just thinking about things that I've learned in this past year. So I wanted to pass those along to you as well. So feel free to comment below. Let me know some things that you learned on your journey so far. Let me know if you have any questions. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you in the next video.